Hi everybody, with the Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019 2v2 Gunfight Alpha coming this Friday on the 23rd of August at 10 AM PDT, about 1800 hours British summertime. You'll want to know the rules for this game and maybe some way that you could practice it kind of before the launch. Now, you probably noticed already, this isn't COD Modern Warfare 2019, this is COD Modern Warfare Remastered from a couple of years ago. And it's gun game. And it's a gun game against bots. And this could be one way anyway of practicing for gun game before the real release. So what I've done here is, if you go into COD Modern Warfare Remastered, and if you've got it on the PlayStation 4, which most people should have because it was a free game several months ago, if you go into multiplayer local and set up a bot match on gun game with about 4 bots and set them to normal difficulty level for the bots, so they're not too difficult, and then go for it, because the beauty of this game mode is that you're constantly changing guns. And as you'll hear in a minute when I talk about the rules for Gunfight, in Gunfight, the 2v2 mode, you end up with you have set loadouts that are the same for each player, and they change every round as well. So you need to make sure you get used to playing with different guns in different situations. So that means using a pistol at long range and perhaps using a sniper rifle at close range. So what I'll do in the links to the video down below in the description, I'll put the link to Activision and Infinity's Ward's instructions about the rules for Gunfight, and it's quite interesting actually, because it isn't just completely what you would think it was. It's not just straight 2v2. So here we go. Gunfight is one of several multiplayer modes in Call of Duty Modern Warfare, and represents just a small taste of the overall multiplayer experience that awaits you on October 25th. I guess that's when the game gets released for full. Here's a high-level breakdown of this exciting 2v2 experience. Small team, multi-round cage matches. First duo to reach the round win limit is victorious. Sounds simple enough. The basics. This is a 4-player 2 versus 2 game mode. It features a series of custom-made confined maps, the smallest of those present in multiplayer. Everybody gets the same loadout. Prove your adeptness with a wide variety of armament. So you see, that's why gun game is probably a cool mode to practice on, because it forces you to use lots of different types of weapons that you normally would never use, and in situations you would normally never have to use them for. The loadouts switch every 2 rounds. Yeah, right, so you kind of have home and away round, don't you? I guess you're flipping sides, and then it'll change weapons. You'll play 2 rounds, then it'll flip sides and flip weapons again. The first duo to win 6 rounds wins. Each round lasts 40 seconds. After this, overtime begins and a flag spawns. So these are really fast. You know, it's run at each other. And probably when you've been watching the gameplay footage from other people, you think, well, why are they being so aggressive? Well, it's because the round finishes after 40 seconds. So if nobody's won after 40 seconds, so if nobody's killed both members of the other team, the flag spawns if one or both players of each duo are still alive at the start of overtime. Either team then has 10 seconds to capture this flag. There is a 3-second capture time, so all of a sudden it becomes an objective game mode. And you've only got 10 seconds to get that flag. So basically the flag will appear, you know, you'll play for 40 seconds, you'll be blasting away at each other. Maybe the other team are being a bit campy. 40 seconds go, the flag appears, you've now got 10 seconds to run to that flag and capture it, I guess stand near it for 3 seconds, and then you win. And during overtime you achieve victory by capturing this flag or by defeating the other team. So you can still carry on hunting, or you could shoot them as they're running to the flag, or shoot them as they're running to the flag. If no one defeats the other team or captures the flag, the duo with the higher health wins. If both sides have the same amount of health, the round is a draw. So hopefully that will mean the chances of draws are quite low. Each team switches to the opposite side of the map every 2 rounds. The first 3 maps... Oh right, we don't need to talk about that. So that's really, so that means say it's 2v2, is it? Say you kill the other guy runs off and hides. He can't, you know, win the game at that point, because even if he hides and doesn't bother trying to go for the flag or doesn't try to come and kill you, he'll lose, because you'll have 2 players left and you'll have more health than him. The maps that we're going to get in the alpha, you have to bear with me with this. I'll have to go down and find it in the other bit. Here we go. They're called King, Pine and Stack, which we've seen already in the gunplay in the videos, and Speedball and Docks, 2 maps that have never been seen before. Now what I'm really looking forward to is, I'm still undecided about Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019. I've been stung too many times in the past with Call of Duty's not living up to the expectations I've had over the life cycle of the game. So for example, COD Black Ops 4, last year's COD, I really enjoyed it to start off with. I thought it was really good, but then it got progressively worse and worse as they started introducing silly skins. Blackout wasn't what I wanted it to be. They didn't improve it. The time to kill was too long. The multiplayer was okay, but there was no campaign. Yeah, and it wasn't that good. Obviously, before that we had COD World War 2. Now, COD World, don't get me wrong, I enjoyed Call of Duty World War 2. I thought it was a good, solid Call of Duty. I think one of the problems it came up against was, for me, it was up against playing it with Battlefield 1 and PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds as well. So I had a lot of competition. But the problem with COD World War 2 is the maps are way too small. You had these tiny maps, and they tried harder with the war maps, but the war mode was pretty awful. If you remember trying to build bridges and do things like that, that was pretty rubbish. That but an excellent campaign in that one. And then before that, what do we have? We had Infinity War, which was just, the multiplayer was just awful. Oh, terrible. Before that we had Black Ops 3, which I really enjoyed. I very much enjoyed Black Ops 3. I thought it had an interesting campaign. Got a bit boring at the end, got a bit long, but the multiplayer was really good. I really enjoyed the multiplayer in Black Ops 3, with the wall running and sliding and stuff. And before that we had we had Advanced Warfare, and again I really liked Advanced Warfare. I enjoyed the jetpacks, because again it was just normal Call of Duty running around. There wasn't any, I think you could jet slide, couldn't you, but there wasn't much sliding, and the jetpacks are very linear, you know, it was all straight lines up in the air at angles, that sort of stuff. And then before that obviously we had games like Ghost, I didn't really play much of. Black Ops 2, yeah, amazing game. Modern Warfare 3, you know, so there's been a few ropey Call of Duties, and there's lots of other games that I enjoy playing an awful lot, that I could carry on playing. Games like PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, DayZ, been playing that an awful lot. Sadly not Battlefield 5, because that's been left to rot on the vine, shall we say, by DICE with the lack of updates, the lack of kind of improving the game. I think I'll go back to Battlefield 1 as far as Battlefield goes. But anyway, so I'm undecided about Call of Duty Modern Warfare, but this free alpha, and again it's free to everybody with a PlayStation. All you need is a PlayStation 4 and an internet access. You don't need to pre-order the game, you don't need PlayStation Plus. You can just download it from Friday and play it for free. And this 2v2, although you might be thinking, well, 2v2, that's not really my cup of tea, you know, I want the full game. We will be getting that in a few weeks. There's another open beta where we're going to get the full multiplayers. But this will give you an idea about the movement, the look of the game. You know, does it feel good? And that's what I'm really looking for, because I so want this to be a really good boots on the ground AK-47s versus M16s Call of Duty. And then then I think we'll have the perfect trio, won't we? PUBG, DayZ, Call of Duty. Oh, it's going to be amazing. Anyway, put your questions and comments down below. If you enjoyed the video, hit like. If you want to see more of the same, press subscribe. Thank you very much, and I will see you again soon.